Parrish,
Yeah, hey Karen.
how are ya?
Good. How are you? I haven't seen you in a long time.
I know. I
Even
spent
virtually.
Thanksgiving with Karen Tucker, and she spoke of you.
Oh yeah, but don't believe that. It's a lie.
I don't think so, actually.
No. It's actually not. I had dinner with her and Barbara. Not a virtual dinner, actually. I
Right.
was there in person. But we all
That's
wore
what-
masks and shoveled the food in behind the mask.
That's
So it
what
was
she
good.
had mentioned, was that you all had gotten together.
Yeah, we invited a lot of people, but most people were smart enough to stay home.
All right. Something happened that I lost everybody, and I went to Zoom 542 is here.
I got kicked off and had to log back in.
That's odd. Okay.
We can still see you, Karen.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see you.
All right.
All right, well, it's almost 4. We're gonna get started. Hi, everybody.
Well, that's a great costume.
Thanks.
I'm decided what character she is. That's what
I have
I
a
know.
million wigs in my house, so I gotta use them. Today I went as Paul Stanley of the rock band Kiss, and dude, we're here today. Still rocking. Today's theme was What Rocks, and we want to thank Kelly McAllister for that theme because it really opened up a lot of possibilities. We want to welcome everybody who is new to our calls. We do these every Wednesday in perpetuity. I'm not sure when we're going to stop doing these, but sometime soon. And they're just a lot of fun. If you can't tell already, they're just relaxed. We have great presenters. We have a lot of fun. We make a cocktail or 4, and we just get to know each other. So I'm Whitney, and my partner Carol Owen is on the call, as well as our brand new team member, Marina O'Leary. And we just want to welcome everybody. A couple of real quick things as we get started. Unless you're talking, we ask just that you keep yourselves muted because we're recording and it just makes it a nicer recording. And I'll be your moderator today. So if you have any questions for Karen or for Bronwyn about these Canadian properties or activities, just put them in the chat box and I'll make sure that they answer those at the end. And I will turn it over now to Carol.
Well, hello, everybody. I see some folks are really in the spirit of the holidays here, which just really makes me happy and makes me smile. So we're on just a few minutes to say hello. And if you have something about your preparation you'd like to share with us, we're going to do some show and tell at the end of Karen's presentation. But we'd love to know who is it that really prepared today and what your outfit / persona / little story might be all about. So anybody want to go first?
I will.
Okay. Who's that? Carol. Oh, you look lovely, Carol.
So I did, you know me, I'm prepared for anything. So I knew the theme was rocks. So I found the biggest faux rocks I could find. Put these on.
Are you sure they're faux?
These are faux. These are faux. This one is real. And this one is real. Wow. But I also, I'm prepared. So when I take this off, I've got my mask, my goggles.
Nice.
I've got my helmet. And I have somebody that's going to travel with me when I win this. And let me see if you can see.
Oh, dear.
And that's your girl.
Thank you.
Is he drinking the brandy along with him? That's adorable.
Do you see what he says? Can you see?
Yes.
We say Fairmont rocks.
Oh, so cute.
So there we are. So if I win, you're going to have to let me take her with me there.
She's sleeping right next to me in her little kennel. So thank you.
You're welcome. I'm sorry about your other pups.
Thank you. One vote for Carol. Pause up. That's awesome. Thank you.
Stiff competition today. It's about time Miss Carol Null took home a prize. That's all I got to say. That's beautiful, Carol. You look great. And don't forget to take a picture. In front of your screen, without your screen. We love it. Who else? Okay, come on. I know you guys are ready. Are you just
Well,
intimidated?
Donna, what about Deborah? Deborah, you got to take yourself off mute.
I'm sitting on the couch. Tree here though.
Hiding.
Not on yet.
Oh,
I
there
like
she
the
is.
tree.
Tree comes on at 4. It's time.
Uh,
I'm under a blanket. Does that count?
yeah,
It's fuzzy.
looks like
Hey, hi, I'm Deborah. I'm drinking straight maple syrup that I got from a wonderful Canadian friend from a wonderful resort in Lake Louise, who may or may not be on this call. And I have fuzzy mittens on from Canada and a warm coat. So I am ready. If I just had the airline ticket, I would be ready to go to Canada. That's about it.
And you definitely look like a rock star that is vacationing in a winter destination.
She certainly does. Donna Pullen, how about you?
Mike, there we go. So I'm learning that the people on this call take a lot more preparation time than I did. So I just have my hat. It is my warm hat that actually worked out really well because I didn't have time to do my hair before the call. So win-win. But and
Even
I have
better.
my South Bank hot beverage.
Awesome. They take it to a whole nother level.
You look
I know,
great.
I'm learning.
Yes, we do.
it takes a month or two to get up to speed, but then after that, watch out. Anybody else? Speak now.
Hi, everybody.
Who is this? I knew.
Oh, you're
Yay,
hiding.
Randy.
We were just waiting for you, buddy. What's up?
What did I do for you guys? Last week I sat in a garbage bag for an hour.
And now you're perched on the edge of the Grand Canyon.
That is cool.
Wrote right. My buddy up above me, his name is Stone Cold. That's what his name is. He doesn't say just me climb this mountain. So I'm climbing rocks for you ladies and gentlemen.
Cut out.
Uh-oh.
You cut out, Randy. You want to
I'm sorry.
repeat?
Great theme, though.
You hear me?
You cut
Now
out.
we can.
We can hear you.
Okay. I'm taking my life in my hands. I'm climbing this mountain with my Stone Cold above me. That's his name. He's not saying anything. I'm on the side of the edge here, risking my life for you all today.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Well, at the very least, you're not preparing to get hauled off with the trash. So
We appreciate it. Carol, I'm
Hey,
gonna
this is
take a-
this is Joanna. I'll share.
Hey, Joanna.
Hey, so I have my warm hot stuff, hot chocolate, and I didn't think that was quite enough. So I saw your email about rocks, and so I thought it would be appropriate for me to share the rocks in my community. And see if I can share this without, it's like cutting in half. I don't know, can you see half of my screen?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
So this is, you can only see half of it. I don't know why, but this is The Rock's house, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson's house that is like less than a mile from my house.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
And I was there this morning. Of course, I cannot figure out how to share the whole screen. But here's the story behind it. I have an 18-year-old, she's now in college, but during the very interesting graduation year of 2020. The kids decided that they would make a challenge and everyone would go and collect a rock from the rock's house. So here's my daughter's rock from the rock's house.
That's so cool.
For class of 2020.
We landed on exactly the right theme for you, Joanna.
So, and then I thought hot stuff, because he totally thinks he's hot stuff, would be an appropriate coffee cup.
Great.
That's hilarious. What a small world. He was on TV this morning. I was watching him on CNBC. He was on Squawk Box.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's a
I was
funny-
too, Kelly. He's smart, I'll tell you that. His tequila is doing very well.
Yes, there's a funny recent story where the power went out in the last couple of months, and I guess he was due to be on set somewhere in Atlanta, and since the power went out, he was not able to get out of the house or out of the gates, and so he literally ripped the gates off. I thought that was, somewhat ridiculous. But if you think about it, like he's making millions of dollars, and he's got all of his, hourly paid staff waiting on him, for his production. So, I guess you do what you have to do when you're The Rock.
That's funny.
That's a great story.
That's great.
All right. Well, it's 10 after. We're going to get started. As you know, if you've been on the call before, we award the first 5 people who show up on time, no earlier than 3:55, but the first 5 to log in after 3:55 get a gift from the presenting sponsor. And today it's Carini. So Karen, would you like to share what it is these folks are going to receive?
Sure. Hopefully you can use them. And if you don't use them in your own hometown, come on up and visit us sometime in Western Canada. But we have a set of warm mitts and a knit hat coming to you from the Banff Springs Hotel.
That's awesome. Mittens and a hat. And those are going to Patrina Lawrence, Kent Farley, Kathy Thompson.
I never win anything, so I'm so excited.
I'm so glad, Kent. Kathy Thompson, first timer, Kathy, Donna Pullen, and Marilla Bonilla. I can never say her name. So please email me your address so we know where to send the mittens and the cap. Please email me your address at carol@retreatsresources.com. So without any further ado.
And one thing that we have today that's a little bit different is because we are, I would think the majority of us are in the Southeast. There might be some exceptions on this call, but our hosts wanted to know today a couple of questions. So I said, well, why don't I just do a poll and we can get everyone to chime in here. So I'm going to put a couple of poll questions up. Who's been to Banff?
Great idea, by the way, ladies, great idea.
Yeah.
I love polling.
Yeah.
It was so
during
much
an event.
so much fun. It's so exciting.
A lot of fun. And I will, about 80% of you. Okay, so give me another couple of seconds on this. All right. There are the results.
Oh.
So most have not. All
That's
right.
good.
You guys
We'll
have
be-
a birthday
We'll be teaching some things.
Yes.
Yeah.
We love introducing new destinations.
Yes.
Right. So if you answered yes to that, we want to know, was it personal, business, or both?
All travel is business travel.
Yeah, when you think about it, you're always looking from both sides, aren't you? Like you're enjoying it, but you're always looking for your groups or the, other people in your industry.
Correct.
I think they can.
Right. In that one. Guys, I cannot even see a thing. I'm trying to do this without my glasses.
She's gonna bring
Okay.
I can't put my glasses on my face because of this stuff. Okay, there we go. All right. This is real attractive. All right.
The aging rock.
That's right. Okay. Let me do that. Okay. We have a couple more. Hold on. And quick one. Who's been to Whistler?
Is that in is that in Vancouver, BC area? It is, right?
It is.
You fly into YVR. Yeah, you fly into Vancouver.
Would I have been there at a site event many years ago? Yeah, probably. That was Whistler.
Okay. We had the site event last year up there.
Yes, but this was about 500 years ago.
Okay, so a little bit longer. Okay.
Mhm.
It's even better now.
I'll bet. This does not preclude me going again. That's
No,
what-
good.
All right,
Okay.
so
These
good.
are not trick questions.
yeah.
These
Yeah,
are
that's
straightforward
awesome.
questions, huh? Okay.
And if you answered yes to that, please answer this one.
Both. I'm answering it too. I hope that's okay.
You are throwing art.
We're going to skew the results.
It might, yeah, I'm skewing the results a little bit, but it's
throwing
true.
off the bell curve, Bronwyn.
It's
All right.
Deborah Kuhn says, I haven't been, but does booking a group there count? Oh, yeah. Give that.
yeah,
dress
baby.
credit.
Yeah, it does.
All right. And then last one here. Have you been to other parts of Canada?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Do tell.
So there you go.
Okay.
All right.
So,
So there you go, Karen.
Okay, well, this is great. Thank you all for taking the poll because it gives us an idea of who has been to our destinations and who's been to Canada. And just real quickly though, because we have had a couple people join us that want to say hello from Whistler before we go any further, but we have our Director of Sales and Marketing from Chateau Whistler and our Director of Group Sales from Chateau Whistler. So we have Wendy Hargraves and Erwin Ma that would like to say a quick hello. But they were just done. And did we lose y'all? Erwin and Wendy?
Hi there, we're here.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you, but I don't see you on video anymore.
Oh, you could see us.
Hold on one second. We'll see if we can fix this in a second.
There you are.
Hello, everybody.
There we go. Hi, everyone.
hi, Erwin and Wendy.
Hello.
We wanted to just swing by or stop by here virtually to say hello and thank you for joining Bronwyn and Karen for this event. We very, very dearly miss everyone coming to the resort and visiting us, and hope you can come back soon.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us. And believe me, I miss being up there in Whistler too. I think we all miss going to Canada these days. So we will be up there
miss you as
shortly.
well.
Yeah, the hotels all decorated for festive now. So when you walk around here, it definitely puts you in the Christmas mood. And next week, I think, well, this weekend, Wendy will be skiing, but I'll be up in a couple of weeks to go skiing as well. I'm looking forward to it. And hopefully
Nice.
all of you can come join us soon too.
Well, thank you.
I think I will.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry
Merry
Christmas
Christmas.
as well. Take care.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Are we, Carol, do you have anything else?
Well, I only wanted to say, please meet Karen Carini, my dear old friend from Atlanta, who has worked for some wonderful properties in the time that I've known her, but she fits so beautifully with this collection of glorious properties in Western Canada, the 4 properties of the Fairmont Western Canada collection, all in magnificent, magnificent parts of the North America. And we're just delighted that you're here during the Christmas season to celebrate the holidays with us, Karen, and that you brought Bronwyn Slade with you to help us better get a feel for the activities and things of interest in the area. So take it away. It's all yours.
Thank you. Thank you. And we really appreciate this opportunity too. So Carol, thank you so much. About a month or 2 ago, she reached out and said that she was going to be doing winter wonderlands and getting into the winter spirit for December. So obviously our Western Canada properties fit right into that. So I was just thrilled that she thought of me. And we love her road shows and really, really miss not participating this year and miss seeing all of you. You know, for many years, I worked in the Caribbean, both for cruise lines and for Caribbean hotels. So it was quite a switch to come over to these Canadian hotels. But I can tell you, it's absolutely spectacular. And I really can feel for the fact that many of you have clients that just think beach, 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 beach all the time. If they have an offshore event to take, they look to Mexico and the sunny side of destinations. But I really encourage you to be that resource for them, to show them something different and show them the value of what Canada can offer. They're spectacular destinations. They will absolutely blow your customer away. They're the type of program that your customer and the attendees will talk about for years to come. Over and over again, we're told that it was the #1 program that people still talk about and will always look back at with memories. So just, you know, take that leap and throw it out as a wild card and, you know, be that resource for your customer to think of something different. And I want to introduce Bronwyn Slade. She's our DMC partner, but even more than that, she's, you know, just our partner in fun and fabulous ideas, a master in creativity. Pacific Destination Services, they service multiple destinations, not just Banff, Lake Louise, Whistler, and Jasper, but that also Vancouver, I believe, Victoria. And do you service Alaska as well?
No, we purposely, because we're headquartered in Vancouver, and our team decided that we wanted to specialize in the areas of just British Columbia and Alberta. So we don't spread ourselves across Canada. We're very tight with our vendors and our team just in those 2 provinces. So in terms of, yeah, it's Victoria, Vancouver, Whistler, Banff, Lake Louise, and we've added, some of you may or may not have known, but British Columbia has an epic wine country. So we've added Kelowna as well.
Oh, I want to go, I want to go, I want to go.
So good.
So while we go through, we are going to do a short presentation just to get you familiar with the destination. And then we're going to do a hot chocolate bomb making segment to get you in the festive kind of mode. And so if you have any questions, please put it in the chat. And I'm going to ask Bronwyn to kind of monitor that.
Sure.
And help answer any questions for us. But I am going to share my screen.
You always know when someone's sharing their screen because their voice changes.
because let's see.
We all know why. It's like, yeah, because you have to toggle, right?
Yes.
You have to read and talk at the same time. It's hard.
All right, let's see. Did I just share my screen?
Yep.
Okay. With that, that's not really what I wanted to do yet.
But
that's really cute.
Thank you. I was going to say this just to give you a little bit of an idea of where we're located, Banff, Lake Louise, and Jasper, it's a great drive program. You're going to fly into Calgary. It's in the province of Alberta, and it's also in a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So Calgary is going to be your international airport. And then for Chateau Whistler, it's located in British Columbia, and Vancouver is going to be your airport. And then this is kind of my face when I know that I'm going to be heading up to those destinations. I get extremely excited. It is just amazing destinations. And we do have canine ambassadors at all of our hotels. So you do get to go and visit with our dogs, hotel dogs, and take them for walks and just be able to not miss your furry friends. So we have a short message for you. I hope. Please tell me what to do.
I wonder if,
can you see that?
Yep.
Hey there, Tommy. I'll take the usual.
Uh-oh.
Liquid Christmas. Hey there. Come here often? This place, Fairmont Banff Springs, is like a second home to me. Whether I'm cuddling up with one of my many friends in our 757 guest rooms, enjoying a quiet drink in our Fairmont Gold Lounge, there's an awful lot to do here over this season. You know, come to think about it, we've got a crooners convention coming up. Isn't that right, Tommy? That's in February. And the final event's in the 15,000-foot Van Horn Ballroom. Just about perfect. Best part is after a few drinks or a day on the slopes, I can come back and enjoy myself in a choice of one of our 11 restaurants and lounges. Our team knows what they're doing. Food's fab, the drinks flow, and everybody here at Fairmont Banff Springs wishes you a very Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Brian Calder.
So that is our Director of Sales and Marketing, Brian Calder.
With his COVID hair.
He's looking to go off to Hollywood after that. So the Fairmont Banff Springs, it's known as the castle in the Canadian Rockies. It is fashioned after a Scottish castle, and Banff is named after Banffshire, Scotland. Again, located in a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Not to spend a lot of time going through the hotels because it's really about the destinations, but I did want to just take a moment to make sure that we highlight that during this season that has just really devastated so many hotels and restaurants and destinations. We've been super fortunate. We have been the flagship hotels of the Fairmont brand. Our owners are really in a very good position, and we have taken advantage of this time and have been able to move forward with renovations. So these are just some of the renovations that we have still moved forward with and completed in 2020. We've rebranded and upgraded luxury suites, Fairmont Gold product, restaurants, and the Rundle Bar, which our crooner and Tommy the bartender were just in. Our value season in Alberta, Canada is going to be the winter season. So it is fantastic skiing. You'll see just amazing winter activities, but you're also going to get your value pricing. Not only is the exchange rate fantastic, right now we're at about 78 cents to the dollar. Fairmont, our particular hotels will guarantee your exchange rate for future years, ranging between 80 cents to the dollar and 85 cents to the dollar. So through 2020, you know that you won't pay more than 85 cents to the dollar, but if the exchange rate is lower, you will pay the lower exchange rate. You also get the GST tax rebate, which it's a 5% rebate back to your master account. So that's 5% GST tax rebate. So the value is incredible. Just some of your activity photos and some of the venues at the hotels. So at the Banff Springs, one of the lower photos is an ice skating rink, is the fire pits. We are walking distance to the town of Banff. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Banff is a year-round destination. We have a 72-hole golf course. We have the largest spa in the Fairmont brand. You have, again, walking distance, bike ride. You have 3 ski hills. And these are, again, just some of your spectacular imagery. And a lot of us have skied and traveled to the US Rockies. I can tell you there is no comparison between the Canadian Rockies and the US Rockies. In the Canadian Rockies, you stand there and you just go like that. Cascade Mountain, which is in the upper left-hand corner, I call it my crush. When you leave from Calgary and drive up to Banff, it's a 90-minute drive by shuttle. Once you get to, in about, I'd say 30 to 40 minutes, you get into the foothills of the mountains, and you start seeing this spectacular scenery. And you start seeing the mountain ranges. And once you hit the park gates, because it is a national park, there aren't, in the US, there really aren't luxury hotels within a national park that you can stay in. Once you start seeing those mountains, and for me, once I see Cascade Mountain, my whole soul and body just takes a deep breath, decompresses, and I take probably 30 or 40 pictures of that mountain every time the sunlight changes on it, and it's my favorite mountain. Some off-site venues, some of the decor from PDS, and most of these pictures, guys, are my photos taken with my iPhone. It's not, some of it is professional photography, but some of them, actually a lot of them are from my own iPhone. So the scenery is just spectacular, and photos usually don't do it justice.
And Karen, just for a sec, the upper left is Mount Norquay. So that's one of the ski hills that's within 30 minutes from the town of Banff. In fact, it's probably closer to 20. And we can use this as an offsite venue. It really turns into quite a nice cozy lodge with some lounge furniture. And in the summertime, we've actually taken it over and done, had a huge band, sort of al fresco out there. So it's lovely to have the ski hill so close, as well as it being able to be used as an offsite venue.
And it's the first ski resort in Canada. Now only 30 minutes from the Banff Springs Hotel is Chateau Lake Louise. So it's great for a split program. If you're going to go to Banff and to the Banff National Park, you may as well do both destinations. They're very, very different. Banff is a town site, and it sits on the edge of the national park. So you have the town, but you still have the benefits of being in the national park. Lake Louise, you're in the heart of the national park. We are the only hotel that sits on the lake. You're also at Victoria Glacier. So in the background, that glacier is Victoria Glacier. You're going to be the only, you're the only hotel there. It is open because it is a national park. Other guests can come to the outdoor public areas, but you are at Lake Louise. All your activities are right at your fingertips. We do, we really call it your backyard. The lake is your backyard, and in the wintertime, it freezes, and you have ice skating and the ice castle and an ice bar. We have heritage guides. So the person who does win our trip is going to have a choice of activities. There are heritage guides. You have snowshoeing. You have the sleigh ride, in the summer times, hiking and horseback riding, just so many different activities. And you do them night and day. Snowshoeing, you put a light on your ski hats and you go that, and there's igloos that you can go and have hot chocolate in. And so the Canadians, you'll find they're not afraid of the snow. I grew up in Western New York, and we pretty much hibernated after the first snowfall. But the Canadians, they do snow and winter really well, and they just really embrace it and very active. And it's a great, great way to do an incentive and to take a vacation.
Yeah.
So these are some of the renovations that we've done to Chateau Lake Louise. Again, we've had the benefit of just a little slower time at the hotel, and we've been able to reinvest in the property so that when you all do come back up, you have fresh product, a new lounge and bar, and updated guest rooms. And this gives you another vantage point of the hotel and the spectacular mountain scenery all around. People rock climb here. They also ice climb. The sleigh ride goes around the lake. Again, you can cross-country ski, snowshoe, ice skate. But you have the hotel sitting just within this beautiful winter wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
There
and some of the things. Oh, sorry, Karen. Just some of the things that we've done in there. It's awesome because I think when people think of Canada, it's even though we do have sunshine and beaches, people don't believe us. But in the wintertime, we are kind of known for that. And to do something like a snowshoe and fondue, coming back to the beautiful Fairmont Chateau Lake Louise, and having a wine, like a beautiful wine tasting, and paired with the fondue with chef is so cozy and absolutely stunning when you're sitting inside and looking out on the vista of the lake.
And then over to the right-hand side, Connect Mountain program was up at our property last March. And one of the activities they did Olympic Games out on the lake, and they were doing human curling. So that's what you see them doing out on the lake. Right there is a human curling game. But again, you have the spectacular Victoria Glacier, you're out on Lake Louise. And then the middle picture is chef doing maple candy. And so he is serving the hot maple on snow. And then the guests have a stick where they'll roll the maple and make like a maple sucker. And then you have our sleigh ride, which has been voted the #1 sleigh ride in North America.
Nice.
There's also an offsite venue. It's an offsite onsite, and it's really kind of the hidden gem of Chateau Lake Louise, and it's called Brewster Dance Barn. And it's pretty much a blank slate. You can use it for meetings, you can use it for a cowboy breakfast, you can use it as a home base for all your activities. And it's also used as an evening venue, but you'll have, it's a great structure. In the spring and summer, you take the horse-drawn wagons from the hotel over. And then in the wintertime, you take the sleighs over. So you have cocktails at the ice bar, the sleighs pull up, and then they take you over to the barn where you'll have your evening activity or your evening dinner event. And then and again, just some more photos. You may recognize some people in these photos. Our director of group sales has played Santa for one of the guests that year. But again, some of these photos are going to be participants that you may know from the Southeast who has come up to visit with us. And then from Chateau Lake Louise, you take about another 2.5 hour drive, and you're going to leave Banff National Park and go into Jasper National Park. Jasper National Park is a dark sky preserve, and that's where you'll find Jasper Park Lodge. It is 4.5 to 5 hours from Calgary, so it is great, again, for a drive program or a multi-destination program. It's about 4 hours to 4.5 hours from Edmonton. So I completely recognize that it is a little further out there, but for a board of directors meeting, there are private airports that you can fly into, or again, for somebody that's really looking for something ultra special, this is the location. For me, out of the 4 resorts, it truly is my favorite. There are 3 lakes on property. I look at it as a wildlife destination where people go to Africa for safaris. This is the type of property that you are in cottages and cabins and lodges, and wildlife is all over the property. So it's truly something very special. It's for the type of customer that's been there, done that, or that wants really a remote type of property that everybody's going to stay together, you know, a think tank. And it being a dark sky preserve, it gives you the opportunity for some of those scientific type programs, astrology and astronomy type of organizations. This is the destination that they're going to gravitate to.
And just if I could add something, Karen, the Jasper, so unlike Lake Louise, that does not have a town, the Fairmont, Jasper does have a town, and it's only about 10 minutes from this property. But when you're on this property, as Karen was saying, it's just this remote wilderness feel, yet it has the great, you know, it has a lovely bar, an amazing pool and spa, the gorgeous lakes. I absolutely love it, Karen. I couldn't agree more. It's such an escape. So yes, it takes a little bit to get there, but once you're there, everything is within the vicinity. And you can also go skiing at Marmot Basin. And again, that's it's about 20 minutes from the property.
So each of the 4 hotels that we're going to showcase today have major ski hills in close proximity. I didn't mention, but at Lake Louise, we have daily shuttles complimentary to Ski Louise, and Ski Louise is the first stop on the World Cup downhill. So it is a major ski resort. A lot of people overlook skiing in Alberta. They think of Whistler because Whistler is the #1 ski resort in North America, but Alberta has world-class skiing as well. And Jasper also has the #1 resort golf course in Canada. And then again, another property that has just really gotten a big investment because it is more of a wilderness resort. We've upgraded the Wi-Fi capabilities. These properties have had a reinvestment and an expansion of their air conditioning. It's something that in the South, we just assume everybody has air conditioning, but this property did not, as well as parts of Chateau Lake Louise. but we have invested so that all the rooms have air conditioning. And then just some of the photos and the wildlife that you're going to see in this area. I love the welcome experience for Jasper Park Lodge. When you go through these stone gates, it is just, I mean, you go through it and it's just so, again, just such a wilderness type feel, and you're going to have elk all over the property. You're going to have, hopefully you'll see just some of the various types of fox and bear on the golf course. And then one of the special activities that we do, or special promotions that we do during the year, is Symphony Under the Stars. Again, it being a dark sky preserve, you can see the northern lights from there, but the Edmonton Symphony plays during the fall. And so that's a photo from the Edmonton Symphony. And then in the lower left-hand corner, just some of the cabins that we have around the property, and the canyons that you can go and hike in. And then next is our Chateau Whistler. And this is the property that probably most people, or in the destination that most people are familiar with. Again, it is the #1 ski resort in North America. It's the newest property. The 3 properties in Alberta are historic properties as well. Banff Springs was built in 1888, being the first of the 3, followed by Chateau Lake Louise, and then Jasper Park Lodge, all part of the Canadian Pacific properties that were developed for the train routes across Canada to link Western Canada with Eastern Canada. Chateau Whistler, being in British Columbia, is a newer property, and you'll see that in the design. It was really purposely built with the meeting industries in mind. So with where the meeting space is located, the flow of it, it's really spectacular, and we are the top choice for the larger size meetings and events that come into the space. We are ski in, ski out. So that's another reason why we are so well known. This hotel is so well known for the winter. It is a year-round destination, though, where we said that in Alberta, the winter is the lower season, summer's the higher season. It's reversed in Whistler. Whistler's your higher season, and then spring and summer is your lower season. But Whistler's one of those destinations that it's pretty much gotten to be high season year-round.
Yeah.
We've just expanded and renovated the Gold Floor, which is the concierge product in the Fairmont brand. We call it Gold Floor. We just reopened it. So Bronwyn, you've got to get up there and see it if you haven't. It's really a spectacular product. So we've increased the number of guest rooms to 94. And we're finding that, especially for 2021, that customers are wanting to buy it out as their bubble. Same thing is happening with Chateau Lake Louise. We have 54 rooms on the Gold Floor, and at Banff Springs we have 111 rooms on the Gold Floor. Customers are buying it out as their corporate bubble. All their clients are staying on the floor. You have the lounge for your breakfast. For your hospitality room, it's unlimited beverages during the day, and an honor bar. And then the honor bar can go to the master account if you wish to. So that's a very popular idea to do right now. And there is never a shortage of activities to do in Whistler. Whenever I go there, I could add 2 or 3 more days onto my schedule and still not do as much as I want to do in Whistler. Where Banff, Lake Louise, and Jasper are in national parks, there are restrictions on motorized activities. So you need to leave the park in order to do helicopters and snowmobiling. in Whistler, you're not in a national park, so there is more flexibility with activities that you can do and certain things like fireworks and stuff like that, that you would not be able to do inside the park of Banff. So Bronwyn, do you want to talk to them about the peak to peak, because it is so unique to that specific destination?
Yeah, well, just back to sort of getting to Whistler, it's also a 90-minute transfer, and it's along the Sea to Sky Highway. It's absolutely stunning. So it's won awards for being such a beautiful vista because it's got a fjord on one side. Once you get up to Whistler, to the Fairmont Chateau Whistler, it's in the upper village. So there's a main village and an upper village. And it's tucked up, right, as Karen was saying, it's ski in, ski out property. And when we're talking about the peak to peak, it is the highest and longest the suspended lift system. I think it's in the world right now, or at least it was last year. And what it does is that it was built to link the two mountains to make it easier for guests to ski, have more skiable terrain. So these go back and forth across between Whistler and Blackcomb, basically every few minutes, every 5 minutes or so. So you're constantly able to go back and forth. There are food outlets on both mountaintops and also partway down the hill. So you're always at a place where you can go and ski down and have a drink somewhere or have a fabulous meal on top of the mountain with gorgeous views. We can use the peak to peak to get guests from one mountain to the other on, if we're doing a buyout of some kind, usually in the day versus the evening. In the evening, we would utilize the gondola that's right outside the Fairmont to get them up to Rendezvous at the top for an event, or we could also go from the Whistler gondola to the roundhouse at the top. There's so many options in Whistler, and as Karen said, not many restrictions because it's not a national park.
In Chateau Whistler, their Mallard Lounge is kind of the hot spot too. We have live entertainment, fantastic chef, fantastic mixologists, and we have fire pits all outside. So the après ski scene is real popular at Chateau Whistler. So we do hope that you would be staying with us, but even if you aren't, come by for a drink and for some nightly entertainment. And that's kind of what, even when we tell groups when they're looking around at some other properties, like, okay, but your guests are going to be hanging out at our property anyway, so.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite après ski joints. I love going there because you ski down Blackcomb, you unclip your skis, you hand it to somebody, and you're in the Mallard Lounge in 5 minutes. It's such a great vibe up there. I absolutely love it.
So there, the next couple of slides again, and also too, what I wanted to touch on or have Bronwyn touch on while I move myself into the kitchen so that we can do some hot chocolate bomb making. But the advantages too of Whistler being an Olympic legacy destination, because you can pull in former Olympic athletes. You have the Olympic rings throughout the destination and just kind of have that additional wow factor to the destination and some of the activities that you can do from serene to extreme. And that's all about being in the mountains. If you can have people who just want to take a leisurely walk in and around a lake, or you can have people that want to zip line on the longest, fastest, scariest zip line that you can find. So that the next couple of photos here or slides here are really just showing activities in all our destinations. Again, a lot of them can be people that you know in the photos, but we're going to have Bronwyn talk about that while I move myself into the kitchen, and we'll join you in just a few minutes, okay?
Sounds awesome.
See you in a moment.
Yeah. Yeah, so Whistler is literally in my backyard, so I love selling this destination. The fact that we have such awesome properties up there, such as the Fairmont, is amazing. Once you get up there, all of the activities are literally right out the door. So in terms of the Olympic product, a lot of our clients want to incorporate that because the venues are still, they're not sitting empty. They're absolutely being utilized. The sliding center, so that's where the bobsled, skeleton, and luge happens. That's a less than a 10-minute transfer from the Fairmont Chateau Whistler. And we can have programs where we can have learn to be a pilot. So you can actually learn to be a bobsled pilot. As Karen mentioned, we can do things where we have, we did a fun event where we actually built a snow, our own miniature mountain inside the sliding center. And we had clients do a build your own bobsled competition out of cardboard. And they actually really went to town and had a great time going down there, while the rest of their team, their group, went down the bobsled track. It's the fastest track in the world. So that's something that the other destinations that may offer this, they can't say. And also there's the biathlon. So we can do custom biathlon for your clients out at Whistler Olympic Park. It's really fun. We start theming it kind of right from the time they get in the coach. They're in teams, there's singing, there's, you know, people are having a good time on the bus. It's about a 30-minute transfer. And to be honest, that's the longest transfer you're ever gonna have in Whistler. Like everything's right there. So you get up there, and then we have, they'll do a modified course because we don't wanna, you know, we don't want to kill your guests, but it's like a modified course with penalty laps. They're strapping on the, well, they're not strapping on, the guns are actually 22 caliber rifles. They're down there shooting the targets, the same targets that the Olympians shoot at, but we've made it easier for your guests because we've made them grapefruit size rather than what they actually are, which is golf ball size for the Olympians. We can bring in Olympians, as Karen said, to speak at your events, do photo ops, sit in the bobsled together. It's just really fun. It's a great winter activity. There's also other things like we have cabins that you can snowmobile to, a beautiful spa called Scandinave Spa. So some of you may have been to Quebec and know about that spa out in the wilderness where it's just beautifully surrounded by trees and snow, and you're just, you know, you're going in the hot pools and the cold pools and the sauna. And that, again, that's a 5-minute transfer from the Fairmont. Some other things that are great are the venues that we have. Right down the driveway of the Fairmont is a beautiful cultural center that we use for welcome receptions. We can have people, the Indigenous people meet you at the Fairmont, drum you down to the cultural center, which is 5 minutes. And then you've got this stunning place that can be catered by the Fairmont. So that can go toward your food and beverage minimum. Does anyone have any questions specifically? Let me take a look here. Breathtaking views, yeah, love it. Yeah, anyone have any specific questions for me?
You guys are awfully shy today. Doesn't anybody have any questions?
Just while we're at it, as you know, just in the main village. So it's a pedestrian village in Whistler. So you're not going to see the cars roaming around. You can walk down this little path over a covered bridge, and you arrive. Here's Plaza. Amazing. And I think people really like that vibe because you can sit on these patios. the fireplaces are going, and everyone can see each other across the way and sort of smile and like cheers. And it's such a fun environment up there. I just absolutely love it because it's got the best of everything. Got epic restaurants. As I said, that there's 2 locations where you can access the ski hill, and all of the activities are within 10 minutes. Oh, hi.
Are we ready for hot chocolate?
Yeah.
Yes, look at you.
Hey, Karen.
All right, Bronwyn, thank you so much. And we're going to share, I think you guys have a link to connect with Bronwyn via LinkedIn. And we'll also share her contact information too. So this way, she's got so much great information, and she's really our go-to for everything new that's going on in the destinations and everything fun and exciting. But let's get on to some hot chocolate bombs, and we'll send out a recipe card. It was also in the email invite that Carol sent out. It's real easy, takes no more than 15 minutes. That's great for the holidays. It's great for gift giving. But I use just the Ghirardelli chocolate chips. You can do white chocolate, milk chocolate, dark chocolate. I used about half a cup of the white chocolate and about a cup of the milk chocolate. And you just warm them up to melt them down. Do it in 15 to 20 second increments for something of this size. You definitely don't want to overheat the chocolate. That's something I learned in my test batch. Burning chocolate is not good. So just do it in about 15 to 20 second increments. It takes probably about 40 seconds or so to do it, but again, you don't want to do it all at one time. These molds, I got mine off of Amazon. They were pretty hard to find right now. The 2.5 centimeter size is really about the best size to get. I did find some that were larger. They didn't necessarily fit in my cup though. So do know that there are different sizes depending on what size cups you're going to use. And they come in all different designs. There's star designs. I also got some that were Easter eggs. So you can do them for different seasons as well. So, has anybody made these before? Or had them before?
Yes.
If someone's not into making them, they do sell them in stores. So I think we need just a little bit more on this one. Maybe 10 more seconds. So depending on your microwave, just try it for yourself.
Karen, what are you looking for in consistency?
They say, the recipe really says about 100 degrees, but you want it to melt and to be able to just fill your mold easily. Okay. Just like that. You're going to put it in the mold, and then you can use a spoon, or I have a little spatula, and you cover the mold and cover all the way up to the top, because what you're going to end up doing is taking the two sides and sealing them. So we're going to fill the mold, and then we're going to seal them. We're going to freeze them and seal them together. So see how we just did that one? Fill it up to the top. Now you're going to want it to be just thick enough so that it stays together and it supports what you're going to put in it.
Karen, I know we haven't even gotten to the end of this story, but this is like my favorite thing I've learned in COVID.
And I will tell you, I had to practice 2 or 3 times to keep myself from licking the chocolate. So after all 6 are filled, what you're going to do is you're going to put it in the freezer. So in the magic of Zoom cooking, I already had one in the freezer and we took it out, and this is how it looks. Okay, so we're going to come over to the table and put them together. I'm going to wash my hands real quick. And I'm also going to heat a plate up for a moment because we're going to want to seal the edges. So wash my hands, wash my hands, wash my hands, say happy birthday. Is that anybody's birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, you have the blend card? What does your blend card say?
Happy birthday to you.
Those are fantastic.
That's my favorite.
Oh my God, totally.
If you don't want to make them, which is super fun, you can also buy them. And that's what I did.
Sounds
And
wonderful.
you got someone to bring you hot cocoa.
I did.
Obviously, you're at the Fairmont.
I put one of the bombs. My colleague Deb, I just texted her and said, can you put, make me one? So I've just done the bomb and put it in my hot, into the milk, and it tastes divine.
That's awesome.
Okay. So while the plate is heating up.
So why are you heating the plate up?
We're heating up a plate because we want to soften. We just put these took these out of the freezer. And so we're going to need to warm up the edges in order to get them to stick together again. Because we created spheres and we want to make bombs. So the bombs need to stick together. So we're going to take them out of the molds. Uh-oh, one of them didn't go so well. See, what I probably did was make those too thin. I did practice a couple times this weekend. I did find this cool thing though at Target with different hot chocolate add-ons, which is what we have here. So I have a sea salt caramel hot chocolate mix. Now this one's a milk chocolate hot cocoa mix. Sea salt caramel, and then we have our marshmallows. So we are going to fill it. Get my hot plate. Get my spoon.
Do you feel like Martha Stewart?
My neighbor came to hold the camera and she's like, "Are you channeling Martha Stewart?" So you take, I think I should have probably paid attention a little bit more. So you take your warm plate and you just kind of even out your edges. Ooh. Take your hot chocolate, put it in there.
Yeah.
Take some marshmallows.
Yeah, baby. It's nice.
And then I like peppermint, especially in the white chocolate.
This is epic. My kitchen's going to be a disaster, Karen. I don't know how you've kept all this together.
Aaron, that looks so good.
Because you guys don't see my bedroom where I threw everything that was in my kitchen in my bedroom. And I actually have a kitchen renovation starting in 2 days.
Oh, God.
So I was a little bit freaked out. The hotel was supposed to do this. But last minute I had a little change. And so Here
Major
is your hot
props.
chocolate bomb.
Hey, everybody.
Fabulous.
And now what I would typically, what you can do is see how you have a little bit of melted chocolate. Just go ahead and seam up the edge. They don't tell you that in the recipe.
That's brilliant.
But Karen figured that out on her own. And then you put this back in the refrigerator or the freezer for a little while. You can also, for that in Target, look at all the goodies you have. You have little caramel bombs to put in there. You have marshmallow, the freeze-dried marshmallows. And you have dark chocolate to add. And so I've got to lick my fingers, I'm sorry. That is so good. And so now we're going to heat up some milk, which I should have taken out of the refrigerator sooner. But we're going to heat up some milk while I fill up another one of these. And I'm going to do a sea salt caramel.
Kudos to your camera person, by the way.
Definitely.
She's my sweet neighbor, Liz.
Thank you,
Hi.
Liz.
Hi. Thank you, Liz.
And Liz.
Great job.
Thank you.
Let's see, we're going to do a sea salt caramel with some caramel nibs.
Oh my goodness.
Whoops.
Can you mail that to me, Karen?
And maybe a little extra dark chocolate. There. Now, just something to note that when you're using pre-mixed hot chocolate, if it already has dried milk in it, you can just do hot water if you want, but I'm going to make mine extra creamy and still put this in milk. Also, of course, we know you can add Baileys, you could add any kind of liqueur in it. I also like to add cayenne pepper and cinnamon to make Mexican chocolate. Mexican hot chocolate is fantastic. If you've never had it, it's absolutely wonderful. So there you go for your hot chocolate bombs. You can also take some extra chocolate. See, just put a little bit of this chocolate on top and then sprinkle.
So Karen, I have two questions and a statement. Number one, I don't think I've seen anyone endeavor to give a presentation and then a cooking show in the history of our virtual real-time retreats. So like major, amazing
Bravo.
accolades. Yeah, for sure. And then for those of us who don't read, would I just put the chocolate bomb in the milk, or does it go on top of the cocoa as well?
Well, thank you for asking that, because I've never heard of a chocolate bomb until today.
I hadn't either.
Well, I
thought it was
have a
vodka.
loose glass.
Oh.
So to just kind of add to the festivities, it's nice if you can use a glass mug, and happened to found a mousse one, but you would actually put the bomb in the glass and pour the hot milk over it. And part of the fun is watching it melt.
Oh, that's really
And then your marshmallows come out and like that.
Wow.
Yeah. So I know that we're going to have a little bit of a chat about our own little holiday memories and share a shower and take some time to celebrate our good friend Kelly. She's given so much back to us, and it's a special time in her life, and we just want to celebrate her and thank her and be part of the love and celebrations for her. So I think that I am going to say thank you to Bronwyn for joining me, and thank you to Carol and Whitney for putting this together. And I hope that you all do get to take advantage of this. I'm going to get my puppy. I'm going to finish warming up the milk, and I am going to serve Liz. Actually, we have some maple cookies to celebrate Canada.
Oh.
We have some chocolate bombs that I've been practicing with.
Chocolate bombs.
And our sleigh is loaded, and in a little while, so will I be. But we're ready to just kind of sit down and socialize with you all. Thank you for joining us. It's been awesome to see you all. We really miss seeing you and being with you in person.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Bronwyn.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I agree. Having a DMC partner with you for this presentation is fantastic because we get to see the full experience, and it so much generates great ideas. So thank you very much, Bronwyn, as well for
my pleasure.
And Karen, I agree with Kelly. We've never seen anyone so capable of multitasking. And hello, Liz. So I'm hoping that you will, great segue to our little shower for Kelly, whose wedding theme is Christmas in July. So her wedding is actually in July, but she's promised to make some of the recipes and use some of the decor at her wedding celebration. So Karen, I'm hoping that you will send Kelly, I don't know, some of those bomb fillings and maybe a moose cup or two, if you can find one next time you go to Canada.
Those are amazing.
So there's our bride-to-be right there. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, thank you.
As Karen mentioned, we're going to use the next 3 weeks to celebrate Kelly and her wedding coming up in July, and a rather bizarre theme, but it's great timing. So I asked everyone, and we will continue to ask every week for y'all to bring any number of things, a favorite ornament or a piece of decor that you'd like to send to Kelly, a recipe, a story, a poem, whatever you have to send her. If it's a recipe or something written, we'll gather that up and send it to Whitney, who's going to make a memory book for Kelly. And if it's something tangible, you'll send it to me and we're going to make a gift box for Kelly. So does anyone have anything to share? Somebody better say yes.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kathy. This is the first time I'm attending. So Carol, thanks.
Kathy,
thanks so much. And Kelly, it is so good to see your face. I am so excited for you. You deserve all the happiness ever. So I wanted to share something that my husband and I started doing 15 years ago when we got together, was we gather a Christmas ornament every place that we go to. So our tree is filled from different continents, different countries, different states, different cities. So I thought my gift to you would be, the first time that I had you on site with me was in 2014 in Naples, Florida. So I am searching for the perfect Naples, Florida ornament to send to you, because that's just something that I think is so special. So thank you for everything. And Carol, thanks. I'm so excited to finally join one of these calls, and I won't miss anymore, I promise.
Long. Thank you so much.
Kathy, I live in Naples, so you have my email. I can help you.
Oh, fantastic. Good. I was looking at my tree, and for some reason I can't find my Naples one. And I'm like, oh, I need to find one for Kelly specifically. So
Kathy,
thank you. Thank you, Marina.
Write a little enclosure card or note and send it to me. You're going to have to send me your address too. And Marina can choose an ornament and send it to me. And we're going to put a gift box together of Christmas treasures for Kelly. So, but
I remember that event. Thank you, Kathy. I remember that event. It was awesome.
Yeah, you were my savior on that event a couple times for my sanity, because it was a little bit crazy. So thank you.
Thank you, Kathy.
Yeah, it was a good time. Good to see your face again. It's been way too long.
Same.
Yeah.
Who wants to go next?
Kelly, it's Karen.
Karen with your little cute puppy. Wait, is that the puppy in Carol's picture?
Yep.
Carol Null's picture? Yeah, okay.
We're going to send you a snow globe from the Banff Springs Hotel.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome. I actually can't wait to get there because I have actually, like, as you can imagine, like traveling with Maui Jim, I've gotten to see a lot of amazing things, and I have a very small, short bucket list. And the Northern Lights has been at the top of it for years and years and years. And so when you said today that you can see the Northern Lights from there, I went, oh, you know what? Like, I need to make that happen. That would be a great trip because I haven't figured out where to go to see them. And I think that your place would be perfect.
I actually saw the Northern Lights on a site inspection with a client. We were driving from Calgary to Banff, and the driver pulled over, and I'm like, what are you doing? And he said, I think you're going to want to see this, and had us get out of the car. It's indescribable. It's absolutely indescribable. So I do hope you get to see, and of course, call me when you're ready to make plans. And I do want to say to everybody, Maui Jim's a great partner of ours, and for ski trips, they do ski goggles. They have the Zell goggles. So we do bring them on site, and our clients will bring them on site to do goggles, a choice of goggles, as well as the sunglasses. So don't think because you're doing a ski trip, you can't use Maui Jim. Of course you can.
Thank you, Karen.
That's what I like about partnership.
Thanks, Karen. And actually, we are going to, for today, do Zeal goggles or sunglasses as our gift, of course, because there's not a more beautiful setting for goggles than.
Before we get to our word section of the day, does anyone else have something they'd like to share with Kelly? Nobody?
I do.
Oh, great.
Carol.
I wanted to say something, but I wanted to ask Kelly about her ring and about your fiance's ring, because they're both beautiful, gorgeous. But I just wanted to ask you about your ring.
Thanks. Okay.
Good.
Don't think I haven't counted them. I have.
I mean, can you please tell us about that?
Can you show us?
I've zoomed in, but I can't.
Yeah, so we went to a local jeweler, like somebody who I've actually done business with on more of like a personal level in just terms of charity and give back in the Orlando community. And I've known her for a long time. And so we went to her jewelry store, and she said, oh, I'd been a couple of times, hadn't seen anything that I really liked. And she said, and this was the first time that she was there. And she said, oh, well, I know you, like, how about this one? And I said, oh, I really like that, but it's kind of small. Can you make it bigger? And so she worked with me, and we got the sizing of the stones to be a little bit bigger. And we also got Jess's ring to, her wedding band will be the same, like stone size as the ones that I used in mine, the bigger ones. And there are 64 tiny little and medium-sized little diamonds that run all the way around.
It's stunning.
Your hand up. Are you wearing it today?
Of course I'm wearing it.
Move the camera in there. So
sorry.
can see. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful.
Thank you. It was what I wanted for all of the work that we do and all the travel. That was just something to me. It had always been like, that was what I wanted. It wasn't quite the norm, but it was certainly exactly what I wanted.
And
when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is great, but I want them a little bit bigger than what she had shown us. So they were happy to make that happen.
Another girl.
Thanks, Carol. I love it.
Anybody else want to go?
Congratulations, Kelly.
Thanks, Scott. Thank you very
Awesome,
much.
awesome.
Thank you.
Yes, congratulations, Kelly. I'll have a
Thanks,
story.
Maria.
Won't be this one, but it'll have a story for you.
Okay. All right, great.
Okay.
I know we've got a few weeks, and I really think that Karen, I don't know how, like, I'm going to have to buy them. I don't think I'm going to be able to make them, but I think the chocolate bombs might find their way to our wedding reception.
I think
those are amazing.
Sorry, I'm putting my address in the text box. Deborah asked me for my address. So if y'all want to send me a decoration, an item of decoration or an ornament or something tangible for Kelly, I'm going to put my address in the text box and everybody check that out, but I can't multitask. So could someone please ask a question while I put that information in there, and then we'll get on with our awards today. Who else wants to talk?
Oh, I actually had a question for Karen. I wanted to know how many times clients do multiple Fairmont destinations in that area.
They do it, especially incentives, and we've really found it to be very popular with the financial groups that have larger budgets and can take 4 to 5 days. And what they'll typically do is either do a Vancouver Whistler split, or they'll do a Banff Lake Louise or a Banff Jasper split.
Okay.
And I think Bronwyn may have worked on some of our Jasper splits, and they also, I believe, worked on one of the business development trips for us, because that transfer between Banff and Lake Louise to Jasper really becomes your daytime activity. There are multiple stops along the way that makes it your activity for the day. So don't look at it as a 4-hour drive like, oh, I have to drive 4 hours. It's spectacular. You have glaciers and lakes. You have the Columbia ice fields. You have picnic areas to stop. So we've had clients do road rallies where each couple had their own SUV, a picnic basket, and then they were just given all day to go from point A to point B. We've also done things where they were in motor coach transfers, and they've gone in between the parks where you can helicopter. So they've gone to a point where they could do a helicopter onto a glacier, do a VIP lunch on the glacier, and then go back to the motor coach where they continued on to the next destination. So it really just makes for a spectacular day. You don't even consider it a transfer. It's a daytime activity. You could also put a naturalist on board the transfer, and they're talking about the destinations, the wildlife, the history of the park, and you don't even, the time goes by and with nothing.
Get up there, but then you've got to get back. That's another conversation for another day, Karen.
You know what? You leave so early in the morning, you're asleep. You wake up at the airport.
Yeah.
All right. So it's been a spectacular day, everyone. And Karen, have you put your heads together with Kelly to determine who's going to win your glorious prize? And could you tell us a little bit about what that package is? She's walked away from the camera just when
Karen's gone skiing.
She's gone skiing. She's back in her kitchen. Okay,
she's about to drink her.
I'm my eyes up here. Karen, are you there?
Karen, you're on mute.
I'd step in, but I don't know what she's doing.
Come on.
Too much stake to have an amateur do this, Liz. Thanks very much, though.
Okay, now can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. So what are you giving as the award this week for the person who's shown the most enthusiasm for your destination?
It's going to be a 3-night stay at Chateau Lake Louise. It's going to be valid from November of 21 to the end of April of 22. So we're going to make sure the borders are open. It's for the winter season. And it'll come with a sleigh ride for 2, breakfast for 2, and an choice of activity with our heritage guides. So snowshoe, cross-country skiing. I'll have to look and see what are some of the other activity choices. I think an ice hike at Johnston's Canyon. I can't remember what else, but you will have a choice of activity again, the sleigh ride, breakfast, and 3 nights at Chateau.
Generous of you. Thank you. Really, thank you so much. What a nice holiday experience that will be. And have you decided who is going to be the recipient of that wonderful experience?
I think it was pretty much a shoo-in when Carol had a picture of my dog. Is that bad of me?
No, I would have to concur that it's Carol Knowles about take that.
Gosh. Oh my gosh, this is #1 on my bucket list.
Yay!
And like Kelly, the Northern Lights. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Emma says, I was so happy to be the star of the show today. Thank you. I had a ton of fun, so thank you all.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Karen.
Thank you. And Kelly?
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you, Kelly.
Well, actually, Karen and I were talking about this, and I really think that whoever won her trip would need a pair of goggles to go with it because of a lot of the things that she's got going on. So Carol will get to pick her glasses or goggles from Zeal Optics to go along with.
Thank you so much, because these are actually my husband's sons. So I don't know if they're real.
Good. We'll get you a much newer pair. It'll be great.
Thank you so much. Wow.
You're welcome,
You're
Carol.
Carol, no, don't you worry. All right, a reminder to please send me your pictures. If Karen is going to get lots of exposure in the next couple of days on social, I need pictures of you all with your backdrop, screenshots. Go take a selfie if you've got a cute outfit on, or if you have. We need content, so please help us thank her for being here this week and for sharing so generously of her destination. And Bronwyn, once again,